Hi guys, so in this lecture we'll be continuing on seeing the reaction of following acids which we discussed in the last lecture, and we'll be seeing the reaction with some active metal. Okay, so let us start. Okay, so reaction of uh, organic acids with active metal. Okay, reaction with active metal. Okay, so let's say we have alcohol and we are reacting it with Na. So the product form is and half more hydrogen gas is released. Okay, so let us look at the mechanism of this reaction. First, what happens that Na breaks itself into sodium ion, cation, and an electron. Okay, and then next, what happens that ROH breaks up into RO minus and H plus, as it is an acid. The third step which happens is RO minus gets, okay, let me first write this, that H plus gets an electron towards itself and forms half more hydrogen gas. So this is the reaction which takes place in the formation of RO minus and Na plus. Okay, this is the mechanism through which this reaction takes place. Okay, so let us look into what happens in the case when we react this with Na. So no, half more hydrogen gas would be released. Okay, so similarly we can do it with HCN, with NH3, because the acidic strength of all these following compounds are equivalent, as we saw in the priority list of acids. Okay, let us see another example. What happens when we react with this? So we have this formation with half mole of hydrogen. Okay, let's look into this. Then and half mole of hydrogen is released. Let us look into this example. Then would any product be formed? Oh, no. Why? Because hydrogen is more acidic than alkene, as we saw in the list. So this is least acidic out of all the compounds we are looking into. Will this react with Na? No. Why? Because it's a base, as it is a base. It can give electron but not take. Okay, will this react? Or will this react? No, because these two are bases. Okay, so now let's look at into the test of alcohol and ether topic. So we are looking into test for alcohol and ether. Okay, so what is the test for alcohol and ether? So we can actually react both the compounds with sodium, and in whichever compound hydrogen gas is released, that means that compound or that reactant was alcohol. So let me write it this way, that ether when reacted with sodium does not react, and alcohol when reacted with sodium produces H2 gas. Okay, so why? Because ether is a base and alcohol is a stronger acid than hence this reaction goes forward. Okay, so now let's just briefly write about it as active metal sodium is used to differentiate between alcohol and ether. So active metal sodium is used to differentiate between alcohol and ether. Okay, so and why will sodium not react with ether? Sodium will not react with ether as it is a base, okay. So now let's look into the reaction of certain organic compounds with NaHCO3. So reaction with NaHCO3. Okay, so the order of the acidic strength is as follows. We have phenyl carboxylic acid or benzene carboxylic acid is more acidic than carbonic acid, which is in turn more acidic than phenol. Okay, so just remember this order by heart. This type of questions come very often in JEE level examinations and other competitive examinations, so this order is very important. Okay, so let us look into the reaction. By this I mean that benzene carboxylic acid will easily react with uh, sodium carbonate to form Na plus and H2CO3, and H2CO3 in turn will, when you look into the structure of H2CO3, we will talk about the how I arrive at the structure of H2CO3 in our inorganic lectures, but for now you can safely assume that the water molecule from H2CO3 gets removed itself to form CO2 gas plus water. Okay, so this is a weaker acid than benzene carboxylic acid, hence this reaction goes in the forward direction. But on the other hand, if we see that when we react phenol with NaHCO3, it does not go forward. Why? Because in the formation H2CO3 would be formed as a compound, but it is a stronger acid than phenol, hence the reaction goes backward or never goes forward, other way of saying it. Third, we have alcohol. Can we react with NaHCO3? No. Why? Because alcohol is less acidic than phenol, and even phenol is not sufficient enough to react with NaHCO3, hence alcohol is out of the question. Hence NaHCO3 or NaHCO3 is used to separate a mixture of phenol and benzoic acid. So let me write it as a rule of thumb that NaHCO3 is used to separate a mixture of benzoic acid or benzene carboxylic acid and phenol. Okay, why? Because why NaHCO3 would not react with phenol? Because carbonic acid is stronger acid than H2CO3 or carbonic acid, because benzoic acid is a stronger acid than carbonic acid, and phenol is a weaker acid than carbonic acid. So with this we come to an end of this lecture, and in the next lecture we will see reaction of some more compounds with NaHCO3. Okay, till then, good luck and goodbye.